The old way of driving sales is stuck in neutral. Shift gears with the one and only Drive-Centric. The world's first augmented intelligence CRM platform lets you unlock the unfair advantage. So power up. The game is yours. Always on. Immediate customer responses? Yep. Unlock automatic sales mode. Automated digital assistant that never loses a lead? Damn straight. Unlock genius mode. A sales team faster than any car on the lot? Giddy up. Unlock full throttle mode. Automated information gathering so customers are never on hold? Booyah! Unlock momentum mode. Flawless interaction with every customer? Boom! Unlock collaboration mode. Car sales increase by 30%? Cha-ching! Unlock swagger mode.
What's going on, car guys and car gals? It's Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
And it's Fred Leonard, subprime hero.
And we are Brewing Solutions live at another incredible DC20 Unlocked event that's happening right now inside of St. Louis. We are actually at the headquarters of Drive-Centric again, and it is good to be back in St. Louis. And we are enjoying this and kicking it off right, having an incredible conversation already started before we even turn this camera on, and we are excited to start brewing some solutions to get this Interbrew started here with the one,
the only Ryan Fitzgerald.
Welcome to the show.
What's up, bro? Welcome to the party. You know, we love doing these interviews. We've been blessed to come to the last 5 or 6 of these DC20s, and we've sat down and had some really great interviews with some really amazing car people. And man, I'm excited to learn more about you. As we just started to just spitball a little bit before the show, got to learn a little bit more about you and your heart and what you're trying to do, and your growth inside this industry, but also the legacy that you're blazing right now, including your mother, you know, and so many other people in your family doing big things. This industry is filled with great people, and his family is nonetheless. They are right there doing big things, making a name for themselves, helping the industry get better. So Ryan, thank you for being on the show today.
So tell them a little bit about your dealership group, the exciting things going on. Tell them a little bit about where you're from, the awesome pronunciation of your area. I've never even heard of that area, but it's a big spot out in Maryland. Tell them a little bit about that.
So I come from 9 dealerships in the the honor of taking over here in Philadelphia, Maryland, Maryland, with the night automotive group. And we sell about 1,000 cars a month out of business and stuff. And we have a unique position that we're in. We have not a lot of competition. Not just in
So safe from been there for a while. How long have you guys been there?
over 100 years.
Whoa.
Say that.
It's operators. We've plugging the wire and connecting the hands, heads up and row.
And that's incredible, especially because we're just now coming out of the incredible Pete Maris, who's just up on stage, just giving an incredible speech on the customer experience. Shout out to Pete. Thank you so much for blessing the microphone and being a consistent supporter of this show and a supporter of Drive-Centric. She's here dropping some great information, and you're sitting there probably trying to be like, wait, go on that. I mean, you see how he's glowing, talking about his mom, right? A leader, a woman inside of automotive, making things happen. What was it like for you to be able to sit there and be able to look at your organization and say, wow, we're actually making waves for so many women.
Yeah, extremely proud.
Strong.
Very strong. what you said, it was, validate a lot of what you were saying. So, obviously, use a little excuse, but I'm just.
Cheers to the
Cheers to
mama
that.
boys. Cheers to the mama boys out
Cheers
there.
to the mama
everybody.
boys, but cheers to women in automotive.
Love your
because-
mom.
Yeah, big shout out to your mother. What is your mother's name?
Sandy.
Sandy Fitzgerald. Shout out to you for doing big things, from going from switchboard operator all the way up to being first owner, doing big things and part of the NADA, working her way up through there right now. Shout out to you. Hopefully we can have you on the show very soon. That'd be really nice. Make sure you give her a little word. Say we'd love to have you on the show. We do a great series of women in automotive. Would love to give you a big shout out and also highlight you as somebody that's leading the way for future women in automotive to come in, right? Lou has 2 daughters and 2 granddaughters. So to him, and a beautiful wife, mother, mother-in-law, so many women in his life are amazing for him, and for me too. So women in automotive is a big deal for us because we know that the future of automotive depends on more women getting in here. Katie said a lot of great things that the buyers, the people who are the decision makers are becoming more and more and more women. That's the majority now. It's like if you're sitting down with people, I know when I deal with customers, I deal with a lot of people, and it's a woman that's going to make the decision. It's always asking me like, what do you think? It's never the wife usually. It does. You're like, hey, babe, what do you think? But they always turn to the wife and say, whatever you want. Right? And that's what happens, right? And it's the truth because we do want to give that. But having the dealership workplace be evened out to where your demographic of people, I love that you're 50-50 because 50-50 right now is basically what it is. Women are going to come in, men are going to come in 50-50, buying cars. They want to see somebody in the place that makes them feel comfortable. Makes them feel like, okay, they understand me because they have people here who aren't. That's big, man. So congratulations on having that in the workplace. And it's normal to him. Like to him, it's like, yeah, we do that. He's like, oh, no one else does that? Everyone should be doing that. That should be like the great thing. Well, I guess let me ask you a really quick question about that. What's one of the biggest benefits to having 50-50 split of men and women inside the workplace?
Oh, they bring their own, expertise,
Amen to that.
multitasking.
Yeah, the multitasking.
You brought up, giving them the card every single Christmas, every holiday. I let them go to Target. The showroom looks great. It's clean. There's so many benefits. I don't know. Believe it or not, I did. One big thing that happens, it brings people in California, just like a custom thing that couldn't do. The rooms, a lot of our feedback is a great place to be.
Respecting where the advantage came from, but I know what it was like when my mother came to visit me at one of the school festival, and she's giving love, saying hi to everybody. What you can do, she knows what social media looks like. Hey, later she said, "You gotta get somebody handy. Somebody to go out. You know what I mean? It's like, you need to hire somebody for that." The next week we had people come in there try to work on that. You know what that store looks like over there, and we hired a whole crew. I was like, dang, Ma, all right, but I appreciate that. My mother's a little tiny New Yorker. She's going to say what she feels. She's going to act, be away, but she's a professional. I look up to my mother greatly as an incredible salesperson herself. But she comes into the store, and it's like, you need to handle that. What's up with that? What are you doing? You know what I mean? And you're like, don't you guys make money here? And you're like, yeah, Ma. But we thought we were the balls. You know what I mean? But we're not paying attention to that. But she's like, yeah, but cool. But if I'm going to sit right there and buy a car, I'm going to look around. And then you're like, yeah, no kidding. You're right. You're absolutely right. So what we did is we then put the salespeople. So we looked around. We all said, we need 50 stores, right? We got somebody in the store. We got it all looking right. And then we put the crowd. But then we did the store. We went to each and every everybody did it all. We said, all right, what do you see? You're a customer. What do you see? You used it is next to you sit next to them every day. But what do you see for the customer? We just down in Louisiana. They boom, block to block to block. We reach the social spot, and it's hard to think it's not. When having a woman come in there and show you, what it looks like and their vantage, it's not just going to be able to help you realize how to set yourself up for a customer. It's also going to help you get an operating credit, right? A lot of the times these things that get pointed out to us, we're like, man, we just feel better now that we had this over, right? First, it's like, oh, well, the things all that, and all the things like that. No, I don't believe that. I do think that. What is it like having a culture where you're actually constantly trying to say, how do we keep making it better? Just our conversation before is like, man, that's how you guys live. Yeah, you live in that school. What is that like inside of that 50/50 school? What is it like always being trying to grow and stuff?
Well, it's not easy.
No doubt, bro.
It's so easy to get complacent, but relentlessly improve ourselves. Earn the business, really earn the business, respect the business. Very appreciative. I want to feel that in a lot of customers leave, hugging, like I said, comments or it's amazing. What a great experience that we had there. We're developing these relationships, not just providing service, but it's tough. There's a lot of changeover, all that turnover. One of our strengths that become our culture and bringing people into that culture. And we could always get confused too with the new generations and understanding that the kids aren't all about making the money and they'd rather have a 3-day weekend and all that. So adapting my old ways to the new generation coming into and really seeing the state. A lot of the millennial and Gen Z, they want to feel important, they want to feel validated, they want to feel like they're making a difference, they want to be
I love that, and it's great that you're thinking about that. I love how you just layered that up. You kind of hit it in 3 different ways, from everything from customer experience to the way that current customer employees are, but also retention of other employees too. But that all makes customer retention even better. We got a couple people who are saying something. You got James Bernard, who knows a thing or two about making things look better. He's the blue repair, dentless, PDR, does all that good stuff. What's up, James? What was it? Solutionaries. Mount up, right? Love you, man. It's been a long time, brother. Hope you're doing well. Brian Ortega.
What's up,
in
Brian?
LA area. What's up, my man? Great marketer himself, looking for a nice auto group out there. Valley High, doing some big things. And then you got Katie here.
What's up, Katie?
BenQ recently moved that way. Having the mix creates a balance. We learn and grow from each other. In addition, it sets a more comfortable environment for the core buying experience. Yes, it's exactly what we're talking about here. Thank you so much, Katie. And that's right. It is a good mix. And that's another amazing woman in automotive. And she has daughters. A daughter. I know one daughter that's in automotive right now. So that's awesome stuff. So appreciate you for joining us and commenting. Folks, please feel free to keep commenting, giving us questions. If you have any questions for any of us, Ryan, Fred, or Lou, please just put some comments in there, questions. We're happy to answer them. But we're having fun. We're talking about some great stuff. We're talking about dealership experience. We're talking about growing. We're talking about taking it to the next level. We're also going to talk about DC20. So, how long have you been working with guys?
about 6 months.
Yeah, I remember on the. I knew the answer to that last night. We were on the bus together, and I asked him that question. So he said, "Hey, what are we going to learn?" Because what I love was that he was like, "I want to learn something." I see we're going to have fun, but what is the learning part of this, right? Where's the value? And I think if you saw the first couple of sessions, you already see some value. You're about to hit some of these breakout sessions. You're going to get even more value, brother. I'm excited for you to go do all that and learn. So if I was to ask you, and this is your first day here, I guess I'm going to ask you, not if I was, but I'm going to ask you, what is the one thing that you need or that you feel like you need to take from here to bring back to the dealership and learn more of?
Really, it's using the tools. So it's been through into the lifestyle and then into the operating tools. They don't know for about 6 months.
We're using dealer socket at the other stores, and then we switched over to dealer socket for everybody, and then we ended up switching to e-leads.
So amazing.
And about maybe a week or two before the CDK shut down, we had finally integrated with DriveCentric, which was a very tough decision.
Perfect timing, though.
It was.
Perfect timing. I mean, he looked like a hero. I told you. Knew that was going to happen.
It was a relief, but it was very hard. And
of course it is.
Through a lot to make all those changes, to make all your sourcing changes, and all your syndication feeds and all that stuff. So it's a lot to put them through. But I've been in DriveCentric for 2 years, multiple NADA shows, a lot of back and forth with the team, who was great, and that was absolutely amazing to work with.
Shout out to Matt.
I think it was worth the investment for sure. So I just want to make sure that what I learned here just makes it better and better.
Right. And that's primarily the focus that anybody that comes to an event where you get the chance to mastermind with other users,
Yeah.
super users,
Yeah.
want to be able to get
Doing
something to check
videos,
out.
you know, it's just helpful hints and tricks. The tool is so amazing, and it's kind of also why I love it. It's fundamentally you can just go in. We didn't need any training. It's all, you know, common sense, easy to use, very straightforward. But I know underneath that's a very powerful system that can help us even more as far as data mining or equity mining and
Heck yeah.
email blasts and all that still there too. So,
And easy usury.
Yeah.
There's something to that. And you talking about making sure that we adjust the way that we approach, the way that we have a culture inside of the store, and recognizing we have a different generation that communicates differently.
Yeah.
And using technology is the way that they're used to communicating to this newer generation. It is more simple to them. It's less to feel like they're learning and more like just them constantly being upgraded. Okay, well, there's an add to this. I can do it better with that. That's
Yes.
kind of more of the age that we're in now, and those that we're leading. What is it like for your team to be able to have a tool like this coming from Bin Solutions, coming from Dealer Socket, coming from a different platform? And we all know the struggles of getting people to properly use the CRM, no matter what CRM it is. So we always believed and always preached the best CRM to use is the one you got if you use it. You know what I mean? And there's certain struggles in that. But what experience have you seen in people's using it and their excitement to use it?
It's like revolutionary. I mean, it went from fighting them and forcing it. Now everything's laid out there. It's so easy with the Genius tool. Like, I can't speak highly enough about it, but
That's awesome.
It's all common sense. The managers are seeing it. My BDC department seeing it. Everybody's tagging each other in notes. I'm seeing literally on my watch, getting messages from my customers. While we were here last night, while we were putt golfing, I was responding to a customer that I never had that level of access to my customers that easily. So it puts the whole store into perspective, and everybody can really see what they're at as far as workflow goes and who's doing what. And the communication has just been elevated beyond
That's
belief.
awesome.
And that's not even including the AI that's doing all the work behind the scenes. Or, like I said, we're just tapping the surface. We've only
Right.
been
Yeah.
on
You're
for
6 months in. And
6
you're
months,
you're
yeah.
onboarded. You're just
Yeah.
starting to use it. And now you're the DC20 to really find out how to take it to the next level. That's awesome.
I love that. You know, even on the bus last night, he was talking about, you know, hey, you know, what's new coming out? And I was like, you know, I think there's probably new stuff coming out, but what I do know that DriveCentric does really well is perfect the things that they currently have out in the market. You know, talking about the Genius tool and all this stuff. That Genius tool just keeps getting better and better because of users like you who are actually utilizing it. Good one, Lou. That's a good one. So, but yeah. I loved it. It was genius. So, but at the end of the day, you know, that's what it's about. In these types of meetings too, they get a lot of input from you all. So they're going to survey you. They're going to ask you a few questions. They're going to hear what you guys are saying, and they're going to be able to implement it quicker. It's something special. It's no different than working a deal virtually or working a deal in person. It tends to work out better when it's in person, right? So when you're here in person, you get an opportunity to sit with them and see them face to face. Tell them what you see. It creates urgency in the solution, if that makes sense. You know. The one thing I do like, and this is not taken away from DriveCentric, they have tons of urgency in solutions, always do. If a customer calls or one of their clients calls in, they're going to talk to them. They have pods that help out. Then they pass it on. They make sure things get fixed the way that the customer wants it, or at least as close to that as possible based off the technology that they have, right? I love that they're doing that, you know, but there's still something more special about being in person and being able to have that conversation. You can really get things done faster that way. I don't know what it is, but something about people-to-people meetings tend to go faster and better. So it's great that you're here. I'm glad that you're having fun here, man. You know, how many people did you bring from the team?
Just one.
That's right, your IT guy, right? Yeah. What was his name? Brian.
Right.
Yeah. See, that's sweet that you did that, especially for this event. You know, this way you can figure all this stuff out too, because you need somebody that can handle it in case they can't do it, and you need something done now.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's great. That's your point, man. That's your point, man, right?
Yeah. Like I said, we asked them to do all this work. We as operators, we so quickly change, but we forget how much behind the scenes. So I love the product, but you know, I told him, hey, you got to vent the back end of this thing, make sure it's good, make sure the integrations are good, make sure we're pushing and pulling all the proper data. So,
yeah, that's good. And he knows that stuff like the back of his hand.
Yeah.
You run stores, you put people in place that do those things that help you run the stores. And that's great that you had that. I'm glad that you brought your IT man, Brian. Shout out to you. Way to go. I know it's not an easy task working for a man who's trying to constantly grow, but you know what? It's the best task to have because it means you always get chances to grow yourself. So keep growing, my friends. What a great show this was, man. Did you have fun today?
I did.
Man, I'm
Did.
so glad you
It
came
wasn't
on.
bad.
So the hesitation that you had that, oh,
Yeah.
maybe I should do it. I'm glad you didn't hesitate, but you
It
came
wasn't
on.
that bad.
Thanks for
Yeah.
being our
Yeah.
first guest today, brother. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
So, quick question for you,
Yes.
because this is a fun place. Okay,
Yes, yes.
hopefully this is inspiring you. That what their actual culture is like here to have mandatory fun. That's one of the locations on Make It Happen Mapping that we do
That's
teach
right.
sales organizations to do is make sure that they're having mandatory fun. And there's plenty of mandatory fun here. We got one quick question for you. Yes, very important, especially for our Louisiana friends. Shout out to you, John Paul Guidry. But do you play pickleball?
I did.
You do. Let's
did.
go. Did you know that there's a
I did.
pickleball court here?
Yeah.
There's a pickleball court
All
in
right,
this building.
let's go.
We're going to play some
Let's
pickleball.
go.
So that's great news. That's another reason, everybody, why you need to find your
I
way
love that
over
game.
to the DC20
We're so
event here when it is actually in St. Louis at the headquarters. There is indoor pickleball, and you can have some fun. You can play a game of pool. You can get yourself any kind of a brew you want. It could be a beer. It could be a actual car guy.
After hours, not
Not
during
yet.
training.
Soon enough.
It's after we're
After
done training.
training,
Once we
you
set
can have the
session,
other
you can have a
brew
drink. That's right.
later on.
But, during,
But
you
this is a
can brew.
great place to be.
It is a great place to be.
So we're going to have a little bit more fun. Excited about the pickleball. Perfect answer to that question. Shout out to you all having some fun with us. We want to make sure that we do continue to keep this party moving and grooving, everybody. So keep tagging car guys
tagging car gals.
and share.
Get that out
it
there.
out.
Come on,
Make
folks.
sure that people know what's going on over here. Pay attention to us.
That's right.
We're going to be brewing a whole lot more, but we will see you soon. Now, there is something else that we do got to drop, and we are very, very much fans of this quote from the great psalmist Andy Mineo. And he says, you're either in this life, you have two choices. You're either making moves or you're making excuses. So we're going to go ahead and make some moves. We're going to make sure that we drop some F-bombs, and the F-bombs that don't offend the moms.
That's
Remember,
right.
we're the mama boys, right? So with that, that is to wipe off the weight of unforgiveness, to focus on where it is that we're going, who we can help, and what we can do, and stretch out and fly so that we can keep growing all the time. Now, you guys are on this keep growing trail, and we are excited to help you out. Learn how to drop these F-bombs. Do it with us now, and it will help you go to the next level.
That's
So
right.
help us out. Hands on the shoulders, loud and proud. Here we go on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Forgive. Focus.
Focus,
Fly.
fly,
And keep growing. Keep growing.
There we go. That's how you do that. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. I am Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
And I'm Fred Lenard, subprime hero.
And you've been brewing solutions live at the Drive Centric headquarters for DC20 Unlocked with the one, the only, Rob Fitzgerald. We're out. Tune in for the next one, Interbrew number 2 coming to you. We're out.
Peace.
I have a million people.
We'll see you guys later. Peace.